Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua. The Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah, not Hashem, not Yahweh, Haveh, Vaveh. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten Son name in Hebrew is Yahushua, not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, not Yahusha, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos. It's Yahushua. So we got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elder bishops, and elders of great millstone, rule well, teach well. Who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim believing this truth and pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the whole elect. Shalom to the outbound who are listening learning. If your sister will listen learning. Come next another lesson in true faith, and edification, our data edification, Lord, was edifying. This is Isaiah from GMS Orlando, Camp Prophet of Doom. And I titled this lesson, Every Decision Being Made is Prophecy Either Way. So first I want to read this here. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that may otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational person use tips to balance and favor fair use. This is for educational purposes only. This is not for monetary gain. That's not on the copyright to these videos. This is for educational purposes only. Lord will be edifying. So I just got these. I saw a few of these articles. These are up-to-date videos. This first one, Elder Yashwama played this in his video earlier today. So I want to play this. Because the Lord is stirring up jealousy among his enemies. In all these heathen nations is the Lord enemies, all of them. So I just want to play this first. Because Elder Yashwama played this. And the shock on this guy's face when this foreign minister told him what he said. Let me turn this volume down.
Boots on the ground in Iran. Are you afraid of a U.S. invasion in your country?
No, we are waiting for them.
You are waiting for the U.S. military to invade the ground troops?
Yes, because we are confident that we can confront them, and that would be a big disaster for them.
Mm.
So you're
See, this is how you talk to a bully. This is how you talk to a bully when you know you can beat him.
saying that Iran is ready and willing to take on the U.S. military if there were to be ground troops?
Well, we were ready for this war even more than the previous war.
So yeah, I just want to show that. Let me drop this. So these is some new videos I just saw, say a couple hours ago. Let's play this one. I ain't gonna play all of them. I mean, I ain't gonna play the whole videos. I'm just gonna play like the beginning of them. Lord willing. All right. And for the most part, I just like these titles. Say Iran doubles warhead power. West Asia war into deadly phase. I like these titles. Let's listen to some of this.
Stakes have jumped dramatically as American and Israeli strikes intensify. Tehran also saying it is changing the rules of missile war. Iran's Revolutionary Guards now vowing to launch only monster missiles, warheads weighing at least 1 ton, designed to overwhelm defenses. Our next report bringing you the latest.
What she said, I saw the article. I don't know if I put it in the chat, but it said 1 ton, right? And it's a precept in Revelation that tell you that the hailstone's about the weight of a talent. Lord, when I'm gonna get that, it go to the translation, or go to the blue letter where it say the weight of a talent. Let's run this back. It's an article that backs this up. I don't know if I put it in the chat or not, but I was reading it on my news break.
So this is day 11 of the US-Israel war on Iran, and the stakes have jumped dramatically as American and Israeli strikes intensify. Tehran also saying it is changing the rules of missile war. Iran's Revolutionary Guards now vowing to launch only monster missiles, warheads weighing at least 1 ton, designed to overwhelm defenses. Our next report bringing you the latest.
Man.
The air war is intensifying. American bombers and Israeli jets continue pounding Iranian targets. Military facilities, launch sites, and command centers have been hit as the conflict enters its 11th day. Israel warns that the attacks on Iran are set to increase.
Our aspiration is to enable the Iranian people to cast off the yoke of tyranny. Ultimately, it is up to them, but there is no doubt that through the actions taken so far, we are breaking their bones, and there is more to come.
My friends, the people of Iran, the goal of these attacks is neither freedom nor democracy. Their goal is the partition of Iran. They want Iran torn into pieces and weakened. Let us not forget these words.
But as the bombs fall, Iran is signaling a dangerous retaliation, not with more missiles, but with heavier ones. Iranian forces say they have launched 33 waves of aerial attacks. As part of their retaliatory action named Operation True Promise 4, Iran's powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps made a striking announcement. Brigadier General Majid Musavi declared that from now on, no missile with a warhead weighing less than 1 ton will be launched. That means every missile fired will carry double the explosive force used in earlier waves. Iran says it launched 10 Khyber Shikan missile rockets towards Tel Aviv and the US 5th Fleet base in Bahrain. Khyber Shikan missile is one of Iran's most advanced weapons, solid fuel, road mobile, launch ready within minutes. It can travel roughly 1,450 kilometers and descend at extreme speeds while maneuvering to evade interceptors. The missile is said to reach speeds exceeding 9,000 kilometers per hour. Until now, these missiles typically carried warheads weighing around 450 to 600 kilograms. Iran now says the payload will double to 1 metric ton. That single change dramatically alters the economics of the war. Intercepting ballistic missiles is already expensive. A single Patriot PAC-3 interceptor costs roughly $4 million. A THAAD interceptor costs more than $12 million. Israel's Arrow 3 system costs several million per shot. Heavier warheads mean larger blast zones. That forces defenders to fire more interceptors per incoming missile. More missiles intercepted, more money burned. And the consequences of a single miss become far greater. Analysts say Tehran is no longer choosing between missile quantity and destructive power. It is deploying both. Previous missile and drone barrages saw interception rates as high as 70 to 90%. But the real test begins now, because if every incoming missile carries twice the explosive weight and even one that slips through, then that would change the battlefield instantly. Bureau Report, Beyond World is One.
Hey, and the David Sling ain't working, and the Iron Dome ain't working. And I can tell you in Joel 2, that it said when they fall upon the sword, they should not be wounded. And when you go to that word, sword, they say the defense system, whatever defense system. So I just want to show these because these is fresh. And shalom to the Akim Nawab tuning in. About your mouth shop, rock a thumb. Shalom, Elder Zaquan. Shalom, Elder. Yashawamba, y'all about your mouth shop, rock a thumb. So I'm gonna play these. I just saw these. These are like 2-3 hours ago. So I just want to play some of these. Every decision is the Lord, either way. Oh, this one I just want to show the title. The war in Iran intensifies. So I don't want to come back to me. I don't even want to play that. I just saw these titles, man. These titles is on fire, man. Go to this one here. It say Israel declares total emergency. This, I was cracking up on this one earlier. All that power and money they got, they crying. Hey, but this finna come to Babylon the Great, man. Hold on.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
Middle Eastern sky is changing.
Man.
Radar, sirens, blast far off on the horizon. On one side, a small country with advanced military technology. On the other, a large country with a long history of resistance.
Man, look at all this, man. Iran sends hail fireballs with 500 missiles. U.S. and Iran sharpen rhetoric as war enters 11th day. They look at evidence linking U.S. to Iranian school strike. Man, 2 weeks ago, it was when this guy, what's this guy named Colonel McGregor and Scott Ritter talking about if America go to war with Iran, it's going to be a disaster. Well, we here. We here. I want to read this in Revelation real quick. This is Revelation 16:21. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, which is the missiles, for the plague thereof was exceedingly great. And I was just thinking about when they said one of the missiles weighed a ton in one of the articles today, which she mentioned in the last video.
This is no ordinary conflict. This is a confrontation between Iran and Israel, but its impact goes far beyond those two countries. When the missiles are launched, the world shakes. Because if this conflict continues to escalate, the entire Middle East could be dragged into a much larger regional war. In big questions arise: who started it? Who defends it? And who will really pay the price for this war? Tensions have been brewing for a long time. Years of shadow conflicts, covert operations, cyber attacks, the assassination of scientists. But in late February 2026, everything changed. A major military strike was reported inside Armenian territory, an operation involving Israel.
Hey, that's crazy. I stopped at that 144. That's crazy. It's heavy. This ain't normal in America, man. Wait till this shit come to Babylon the Great, man. And I talked to the GM today. All he can think about is his gas going up. I'm like, man, destruction, judgment is coming to these heathens, man. And 2/3 of Jake, and they think this shit is a game. It's about damn gas. This is another one I saw. I just saw these at least by the last hour or two, so I'm just showing these real quick.
For a moment. Nate Foy is standing by. Nate, sirens just went off. What are you hearing?
So yeah, Tel Aviv is under ballistic missile fire right now. If we can, we have to be careful with landmarks, but if we can, I'd like to show.
I don't know how true it is. I just saw an article that said, I think they put it in the elders brother. One of the elder brothers put it in the main chat about this guy Benjamin Netanyahu. Not a J could be dead. I know they say he killed his brother and some other foreign minister that was with him in the bunker, in Benjamin BB McCaskey's bunker. I don't know how true it is, but yeah, man. Hey, and they tell me they declared that a state of emergency. Well, ain't no help coming, man. Babylon the Great. Hey, Jake, this fucking what's this guy named Trump? Talking about a ceasefire, which is beautiful because that 1 Thessalonians 5:3 got to play out, man. When they say peace and safety, because I was looking at this article that said this guy that was just saying he ready for ground troops to come in. He's also saying, hey, if they're gonna do a ceasefire, I'm gonna play it in a minute.
Some of the outgoing interceptors in the air, they're going into the distance. You can't quite see them as well.
Tel Aviv is the Wall Street of Israel.
As you could just moments ago, as you hear the sirens turn off right now. But what I can tell you is that they were going off for several minutes. Tel Aviv has come under fire several times. The air defense has been remarkably strong, but the IDF, as I just shared in the prior report, says that half of these missiles are the cluster munitions that are really difficult to defend against, even with Israel's phenomenal air defense, 4 layers of the Arrow 2 and 3, the David Sling, as well as the Iron Dome. So we haven't heard anything yet. I just saw an interception over here to my left. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to actually hear the explosion after the siren turns off, as you can hear.
So this is the one I put in the chat. The brother Azan Amal put this on his page. It say, just in, Israel made huge mistake. Israeli missiles accidentally hits North Korea embassy in Tehran. You know how true that is, but man. So this what he'll say: 1-ton warhead to equal missiles used in strike on U.S. and Israel, Iran won. So when they said 1-ton warhead, I thought about the Revelation 16 and 21. When they said every stone about the weight of a talent. This is yeah. So I pulled this from the elders chat to say it's being confirmed that Iran killed Benjamin Netanyahu. So I don't know.
Those sirens in the distance again, because this has been a wave as we hear some explosions, Laura, in the distance. This has been a wave here. Right before our first report now, we heard of incoming Iranian ballistic missile fire.
See how they're looking back and make sure ain't no missiles coming to hit his ass. Let me get this. Just want to show these, man. I ain't gonna make it too long. So this is another one. So the article I was talking about, put in the chat, it reads, and I thought about the 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It reads, Iran's government demands guarantees for ceasefire. Yeah, this one here. Just gonna play these, then I'm gone.
Foreign Minister from the Iranian government. Earlier today, I spoke with Iran's Foreign Minister, Abbas Araghchi, who joined us from Tehran. Mr. Minister, welcome to the NewsHour. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Amna. Thank you indeed.
So I'd like to ask you first about the news, the selection of Mojtaba Khamenei, the son of the late Ayatollah, who's been named the new selected supreme leader of Iran. Some say his selection is a message of continuity of his father's leadership, of continued defiance to the U.S. and Israel. Do you agree with that? Is that the message Iran would like to send?
Well, I think that is a correct evaluation. It shows that the continuity and some sort of stability at the same time.
And since then, has he or anyone in your leadership had any contact with U.S. officials? Is that something that he is open to talk about negotiations or a ceasefire?
Well, first of all, it's too soon, for him to make any comment. We are all waiting for his speeches and comments, which would come later on. But I don't think the question of talking with Americans or negotiation with Americans once again would be on the table. We have a very bitter experience of talking with Americans. We negotiated with them last year in last June, and they attacked us in the middle of negotiations. And again this year, they tried to convince us that this time is different. They promised us that they don't have any intention to attack us. And they wanted to resolve Iran's nuclear question peacefully and to find a negotiated solution, and we finally accepted. But again, after 3 rounds of negotiation, and after the American team in the negotiation, said itself that we made a big progress, still they decided to attack us. So I don't think, talking with Americans anymore would be, on our agenda anymore.
Mr. Minister, this war has now entered its 10th day. I know you have said that unless there's a permanent end to the war, not a ceasefire, in other words, that Iran will continue to defend itself, continue to fight. Can I ask you, what do you believe that the U.S. and Israel are trying to achieve or trying to change with this war?
Well, actually, they tried to achieve some targets, goals, but they failed. They thought that in a matter of 2 or 3 days, they can go for a regime change, they can go for a rapid, clean victory, but they failed. So I believe that plan A was a failure, and now they are trying other plans, but all of them have failed as well. And I don't think they have any realistic end game in their mind, because we are seeing some sort of a chaos in their sayings, in their actions. They have just started to attack us blindly. They are attacking today. They attacked residential areas. They attacked hospitals. They attacked schools, and they entered into to attacking our infrastructure, which is a very dangerous move. And as a result, you can see the oil prices everywhere in the world. So I don't see any reasonable goal that they are following. They failed to achieve their goals at the beginning, and now after 10 days, I think they are aimless.
I do want to ask more about the oil price.
And that's the this is Psalms 55 in verse 19. It reads, God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. His words are softer than oil, yet were they drawing swords. So I saw this. I'm trying to find the one that's on politics, but it won't come up, so I'm just going to show this one. This here. I had put this in the chat earlier. Iran demands security guarantees for a ceasefire. Said March 10th, 2026. Right? So, Apostle High had mentioned the other day that these things got the for the RF, for the micro C help. This 1 Thessalonians 5:3 got to play out. It reads 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman or child, they shall not escape. So this got that peace, this ceasefire. And I was talking about this the other day. Yahweh said in Luke 12:49. Let me read it. It's going to be fire on the earth when Yahweh shall return. This is Luke 12:49. It reads, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will life be already kindled? And it's going to be already kindled when Yahweh shall return. It's going to be already kindled. So for them to scream that 1 Thessalonians 5:3, peace and safety, then they'll have to calm down a little bit. But that's going to have the devil to mandate the sea help, man. But prophecy got to be fulfilled. So how can they say peace and safety if chaos ain't happening in the earth? So that prophecy got to happen, that chaos got to be happening for them to say, for when they shall say peace and safety. So it's crazy how this happening. First Trump said it, then now this guy saying it, but then they still bumming the hell out Tel Aviv and Israel. So Lord willing, it get worse. But we know for them to say peace and safety, then that means shit got to be in chaos. They got to get bad. Right now it's bad because people dying. A lot of people done died. So, and then Jeremiah 51 got to play out too when they say the men of Babylon have born to fight. They got to play out because most of all these soldiers and these people, all these ones that's about their country, and niggas is gamers, TikTokers, and niggas ain't trying to go fight no war. But anyway, I just saw these and I just thought about that 1 Thessalonians 5:3, because all that's going on, and it got to play out that you got to cool off. I just want to mention this. Lord is edifying. And give our praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. The honors to the apostles, elder bishop, and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready accepted not. And a sincere salutation to all that can believe in his truth and pushing his truth with the four winds of the earth. The entire world shall like to the whole elect. Shalom to the apostles who are listening, learning. If you sister listen to our tune in, may Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to you and bless you in your houses. May the blessing of elect be upon your houses. Till next time I say shalom, wow, blah, blah, blah.